What is up, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you my reasoning why I think that Alexander Volkanovski needs to take time off after his loss to Islam Makhachev at UFC 294. Alright, to start this off, guys, Volk has had 4 training camps in the last year. As you guys know, a year ago, Oliveira lost to Islam Makhachev by submission, and Volk weighed in on that fight to be the backup fighter. So he definitely did a training camp for that fight too. And on top of that, he already fought Islam in February after he had that training camp in October for Volk. And then after October 2022, when he had that training camp for the potential backup is Oliveira and Islam, he came back around and fought Islam. He came back around and fought Islam again in February. And then after that, he had the Yair Rodriguez fight in July, had his training camp for that. Then he said that he needed surgery and he was going to need a little bit of time off. Had his surgery either at the end of July or early August, had to recover from that for a little bit, and then jumped straight into a 12 days notice fight where he has to cut 26 pounds in 12 days, and then gets knocked out cold and wants to turn around and fight Topuria in January. If he turns around and fights Topuria in January, he's already had 4 training camps in the last year, and he's about to take another quick turnaround after getting brutally KO'd. I'm telling you guys, this is not smart of him, and I could see him getting viciously KO'd again, and that could really mess him up mentally, getting KO'd 2 times in a row after he thought he was going to go up to 155, get the belt, come back down, beat Topuria, and be arguably the GOAT. And then if he got knocked out 2 times in a row, man, I really think that's going to mess with Volk. And when he later retires, he might look back and regret all of these decisions that he's making now. Like, man, maybe I shouldn't have taken that Islam fight on such short notice. Man, I got knocked out by Islam, and then I went back and fought another killer in Topuria on short notice when I could have just taken my time, recovered a little bit more, and beaten Topuria. So, I don't know, guys. I don't know why he's trying to rush. I know he's a very competitive person, but I think his coaches, his friends, I know Izzy's already told him that he needs to go back and take his time and not rush another fight against Topuria. I hope that the right people get the message across to him, and he listens to these people, and he really assesses why he needs to not do this. And I don't know who let him take the Islam fight. I know it's up to him. It's obviously up to him, but I don't know why some of his team didn't talk him out of that on such short notice. Like, some of his real friends should have really been like, man, I don't think this is a good idea, because looking at it, I was like, man, Volk's definitely losing this fight on short notice. There's no way he's going to beat Islam on that short of notice. No, I believe that Islam is going to need a big mental break, because as you guys heard him in his post-fight interview, he said he's not happy when he's not in the training camp. He's not happy when he's not doing this. He's constantly wanting to get back in the cage, and he just had the most brutal loss of his MMA career after getting completely knocked out by Islam Makhachev. Now, Volk keeps saying that he still wants to fight Ilia Topuria in January and that he's ready to jump right back into a training camp. But I don't believe that's a good idea, because he just had a brutal knockout, and who knows if he's going to be fully recovered by January. Sometimes it takes you a little extra to recover after a knockout, as we've seen from other fighters in the past. And I just like to think of Kamaru Usman. I know he didn't get knocked out again by Leon Edwards in the 3rd fight, but here's the thing. He was very hesitant in the 3rd fight, and to me it seemed like he was cautious of getting knocked out again. Usman got knocked out by a head kick too, and I think that it was hesitation that cost him his fight against Leon. I know I'm not trying to discredit Leon. I know Leon's a beast, but Usman just didn't look the same in there, and he didn't look like he could pull the trigger, and I don't want to see that happen to Volk. Now, I think this was from the short notice, but as we've seen against Islam, he was really hesitant on his feet to throw. I don't believe he really threw any strikes in the first round, and Volk even talked about that. He was too gun-shy, gung-ho, not pushing the pace. Now, I would be scared that his chin isn't going to be recovered by January, and I believe that he has been dropped by Max Holloway with a head kick before, and that is going to go on my next point. I believe that he needs to work on his head kick defense. I'm pretty sure it was Demetrius Johnson. I watched a video of him. He called him out for the head kick defense. He said that the head kick is there because Max Holloway's dropped him with the head kick, And I believe he's been hit clean by other people with head kicks before too, that saying that his head kick defense wasn't right. Demetrius Johnson was saying that. But I think he needs to work on that on this time off, get that ingrained into his technique, into his muscle memory, so that he doesn't get knocked out with a head kick again. And I just think he needs to give his body a rest. He had surgery, shouldn't have taken this fight, and then he just got brutally knocked out. And I just feel like that's going to affect his psyche for a little bit. He needs to get himself mentally ready, and I just feel like the fight won't go well, and I think he will lose to Ilia Topuria by KO if he takes this fight in January. Now, if he waits till like April and fights him, I could definitely see Volk taking it, and I would pick Volk to take it, but I don't know if Topuria is going to get past Max. That's another point, but let me know what you guys think of the video, and yeah. Enjoyed the video, please make sure to subscribe. It'll help us grow. It'll help us in the algorithm. If you enjoy the content, or if you don't enjoy it, just leave a comment down below and give us any feedback. Thank you. This is a dual channel. Peace out.